So, you all may have noticed that Bonnie is not here with us right now.
I was gonna ask about that.
Ugh, he better not be starting chaos.
Huh? I heard chaos and I'm suddenly interested.
Oh, he's starting chaos, alright. Just not in a good or fun way.
Not in a fun way? What's chaos if it's not fun?
Funtime Freddy, I think you were taught chaos in a different way.
No, there's only one way to commit chaos, and I renounce it.
Be quiet, everyone! Bonnie's been kidnapped!
Bonnie's napping with a kid?
Funtime Freddy, Bonnie is missing.
Oh. Wait, what?
How did this happen?
Well, yesterday we had that meeting about everyone being on house arrest. Bonnie didn't take it quite well, so,
This morning I tried to wake him up, but he wasn't in his room. It turns out he snuck out when none of us were looking.
Right. So I sent Golden Freddy to seek him out, and... well, you tell the rest.
I found Bonnie in the woods, and while we were on our way back, we saw Ennard go down one of the pathways. So we tried to intercept him and bring him in. Surprisingly, it was Bonnie's idea.
Yarg! You're telling me Bonnie tried to be a hero?
Hey, that's not the only time he tried to be a hero. Remember when Scott was captured by Springtrap that one time? And he broke him out, which pretty much saved all of us.
Oh yeah! That was a long time ago.
Anyway, back to the more serious matter. Continue, Golden Freddy. Once we tracked him down, we found out that he wasn't wandering the woods alone. Now, he's working with someone named Lefty. Lefty. I've never heard of that name. Have you, Scott?
No, I haven't. What about you, Funtimes? Does that name ring a bell?
Sorry, Scott. I don't know anything.
I know something!
Really? What?
I think I left the stove on!
Of course. I'll tell you what, Funtime Freddy. Why don't you go turn off the stove so that you can leave the more important meeting to us?
Will do! As we all know, fire plus house plus people inside that house equals death to all people inside.
Okay, where did we leave off? We have no idea who Lefty is. Right. Did anything else happen? Actually, yeah. There was someone else there. Who? I'm still not really sure. All I know is that it was a variation of Foxy.
Of me?
Yes, of you. But there are only two variations that, well, I guess we know of. Funtime Foxy and Rockstar Foxy.
What did this variation look like?
The only thing that stood out was that he had a full pirate uniform on. A pirate shirt, a hook, hat, eye patch, and boots. But the thing that interested me was that he didn't sound like a pirate. Not like Foxy, anyway. Does this seem familiar to you, Scott?
I don't believe so. What happened right before I found you two?
We had, well, Bonnie had the idea of acting like we were on their side. This was only so we could figure out what they were doing there.
What were they doing there?
I'm still not entirely sure. Lefty spoke about this creature called Nightmare, and that he needs a body to inhabit, like a hive mind. Once he finished telling everyone this plan, he eyed the both of us and said that he had already figured out who the host was going to be. And that's when we ran. We ran until we were trapped in the pathway by Ennard. And then you showed up and cleared the path. But Lefty snatched Bonnie while we weren't looking. While y'all weren't looking, Bonnie should have eyes on him at all times. Why would y'all leave him unguarded? I don't know. I ran to Scott so that he could get us out of there, and I thought he'd stay close to me, but he didn't.
It doesn't matter. All of this is my fault. If I wasn't so strict with the lockdown rule, then he probably wouldn't have gone out.
Well, Scott, based on what we've seen out there, I think it was the right call. This is no one's fault. No one except that little group out there in the woods right now. So, what are we gonna do about this? I say we organize a search and rescue. Scope out the whole terrain and see if we can find anything. I know where their little base was set up, so I'll go with Scott and Freddy to their site and see if we can get anything.
With Scott and Freddy? We're going in groups? That is the worst thing we can do.
I know it is, but it's the only way we can cover the entire area quickly. I mean, we have no idea what they could be doing to him, so the faster we find him, the better it will be. Besides, I know for a fact you all can take care of yourselves. I wouldn't ask you to do this if I didn't believe that. So, what do you think, Scott?
We leave in 10 minutes. Alright, you all know who's going with me. Chica, Marionette, and Foxy will take the left side. The Fun Times will take the path in the middle. If you see any signs of danger, do not engage. If you find Bonnie, we'll be there to help. How exactly? Because if you're in anguish or have a violent change in emotion, then I will be able to feel it. So if you feel in danger, I will come and help you. Honestly, it's a little scary. Alright. Everyone, move out! Okay, Golden Freddy. Lead the way.
Right this way.
Nothing said during the meeting, Chica?
What?
It's just, you didn't say anything during the meeting. You just kinda zoned out and stared.
What? I didn't zone out. I was paying attention to what was going on. Finding Bonnie is the most important thing.
You care about him?
What? Of course I care about him. He's like family to me.
I kind of see it as something different. Perhaps you have...
Don't even, Marionette. I know what you're implying.
But am I correct?
I don't know, Marionette. Maybe, but I'm just unsure right now.
I can picture it. Maybe time is just all you need. Eventually, you'll figure your feelings out. And when you do, if you need anything, we're here for you.
Thanks.
You're welcome!
I wasn't talking to you.
Aww.
Man, I sure hope Bonnie's alright. I still have to continue my speech lessons. So you don't care at all about his health? You just care about your lessons? 25% his health, 75% my lessons. Wow, that is just amazing. Funtime Freddy, what about you?
1,000%.
Well, thank you, Funtime.
The stove. What? The stove is important.
How about we just focus on recovering Bonnie? Can you do that? Ballora, do you think... Ballora, what's wrong? You might want to see this. What? Is that? Well, this is it. Ugh, of course they would relocate. They're not idiots.
So, this is where you saw Lefty and that Foxy variation for the first time?
That's right. Also, apparently his name is Captain Foxy, according to Lefty. Captain Foxy? Like I said, he's really into the pirate stuff, even though he doesn't sound like it.
Well, do you have any idea where they could have gone?
No idea, Scott. They hardly told us anything. And honestly, I'm starting to think that he knew more than he let on.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, I think he knew what we were doing there. And I think he was holding some stuff back while only giving us a little bit of information. Just to scare us.
Okay, well, no one is here, so I suppose that we should...
Scott? What's happening?
The fun times. Funtime Foxy, is everything alright?
Scott?
Sorry, Scott. We couldn't find anything. What about y'all?
Take a look for yourselves.
Bonnie, are you okay? Of course I'm okay, Scott. I think I'd like to go home now.